Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another unboxing video, and this time it's Bernie Tormé, the guitarist probably best known from being with Gillan, and this is Lightning Strikes from 1982 to 1983. So let's dive in and look into the box, and then I'll give you a summary at the end. So this is Bernie Tormé, Lightning Strikes 1982 to 1983. It's a clamshell box from the H&E Recordings imprint from Cherry Red Records. It contains 4 CDs, Turn Out the Lights from 1982, Electric Gypsies from 83, Live from 83, and an extra live concert from 83. So inside the box is a booklet, which I'll come to last of all, and the 4 albums are Turn Out the Lights. So they're all facsimiles of the original vinyl covers, nicely done as usual by Cherry Red and H&E. So these are exactly the same as the album covers, so the extra tracks aren't listed on the back. The live album and the extra live album, which obviously you can see the extra tracks here. Well, extra tracks, the whole concert in many respects. So on the back you can see how extra tracks here were listed for the live album. The booklet is very informative and very interesting. Talks about the background to Bernie becoming involved in music, moving away from being seen like a hippie and then becoming a punk, and then finding Mr. Ian Gillan. Lots of great pictures, and the story is really well researched as well. And that's from Claes Johnson. And the coordination is by Hill Gilmore, who obviously does a great job on these things as well. And then we've got the actual listing of the tracks. So there's quite a few bonus tracks, featuring some live stuff as well. And I'll talk about this in my summary. And Electric Gypsies have lots of bonus tracks, which is fantastic. And the live one obviously does as well. And then the final one from Live in Sheffield in 1983, and a nice picture of Bernie on the back. So that is Lightning Strikes 1982 to 1983. So that's Lightning Strikes by Bernie Tormé. Just 1982 to 1983. So what's that? A year, technically. 18 months, perhaps, max, of this great man's recording output. I'm a huge fan of Bernie's music, but there are 2 albums in here, at least, which I'm not that familiar with, and gosh, did I miss out. This is the 80s, early 80s. I was picking and choosing, should I buy the new Dokken album? Is it Bon Jovi? I've only got enough money to 1 album, 2 albums a month. Bernie Tormé's gone solo. Should I carry on with him? What shall I do? Now, before I give a kind of overview of my feeling towards Bernie Tormé, I'll just give, for those of you who just tuned in, what's it like? What's the box set like? The sound's fantastic. Bernie Tormé was more lent towards more punk, rough around the edges, garage style sound and stuff. And if you love the early Gillan, that lineup of Gillan with Bernie in, you're just going to like this. But what really, really stood out to me is Electric Gypsies and the live stuff. Is the live stuff good quality? It's great. Live in Sheffield was probably as a notch back, but to be honest, and you know that I don't like bootlegs, it doesn't feel like that at all. When he's introducing the songs, it feels like the microphone is a little bit further away, but musically it's just incredible. Those 2 live albums, I mean, the live album itself, I remember seeing it in the shops and I didn't buy it. My mistake. Classic cover, and not many tracks. That might have put me off as well. And the fact that No Easy Way was on there, I was thinking, well, will it be better than Gillan? It's a totally different arrangement. Turn Out the Lights, Lightning Strikes, get in there. But it's actually the extra tracks. It's the extra tracks, and especially with this. So you've got the beat. I bought the beat, single, pink vinyl, I think it was. It sounds great live. Bernie's guitar extravaganza is him going for it. Turn Out the Lights, Lightning Strikes, Presences. But these 2 albums here are fantastic. I had this one on vinyl, and Colin Towns is on it. I think that was one of the reasons I bought it. But you can feel that on that album, the Gillan kind of feel to it in many ways. But it is the Electric Gypsies I loved. It's a raw. Imagine this is 1983. Dockens happening, Ratter just around the corner. All these highly polished, almost mathematical Eddie Van Halen clone guitarists coming out. Everything's so precise, so perfectly recorded. And you've got this ex-punk hippie type guy playing Hendrix type riffs with a really messy, distorted tone, but equally powered by pure attitude and angst. And he stood out like a sore thumb. But in a way, good for him. Good for him. I remember following the Ian Gillan band, and then all of a sudden, the next time I saw them, they weren't quite the same. Sorry, I'll refresh that. My friend went to see him and said, Phil, something's happened to the Gillan band. And when I went to see them in Birmingham Odeon, Bernie Tormé was in place. He'd replaced Steve Bird. And this guy comes on dressed like a pirate, coloured hair like Tommy Bolin, playing the guitar with just like all over the place, but still controlled, still musical. And I thought, wow, not everyone's trying to be Eddie Van Halen there. This guy was playing the guitar. He made the guitar. Do you remember that bit on No Easy Way when he makes the guitar sound like a horse going up on its hind legs? He did things with the tremolo arm with just chaos, but musical chaos, yeah. And so going out on his own, he took that with him. And I think that when I listen to the stuff now, especially these live ones, they're so exciting. And I didn't know what to expect when I got this box set. I thought, well, it's a gap in my Purple-esque collection, part of the Purple family. I knew the first solo album. I didn't realise the second one, which I'd never bought at the time. It was great, but it's the live stuff. I just love these. I've played them far more than I thought I would, and I'm so pleased to have this. If you're a fan of Gillan, if you're a fan of wild guitar, the punk attitude, but it's his voice that gives it that, because he wasn't a traditional rock vocalist, but he sings with feeling, but it's the music and the production is raw, but you can hear the bass, you can hear the drums. It sounds exciting rock and roll. It sounds like exciting rock and roll. So Lightning Strikes 1982 to 1983, I'm going to recommend it. I'm absolutely chuffed to have this in my collection. I thought it was, when it came out, I thought, well, that'd be nice to have, but it's really, really good. And he's sorely missed. Sorely missed. What a great player. What a great player. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that little bell. Become a patron or YouTube member, or buy me a coffee via Ko-fi. Go and check out the website at nowspinning.co.uk. Take care, everyone. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor, and I shall see you all very, very soon.